Welcome everybody. Today's video is being presented by Shaina Yadav and Vibhor Yadav from Shahid Sukhdev College of Business Studies, University of Delhi. We are extremely thankful to our financial derivatives professor N.K. Nigam sir for providing us with the opportunity of covering digital currency recently introduced by the central bank.
India is working towards introducing what is known as digital currency. The currency will be referred to as the E-Rupee and is intended to make payments much more efficient.
ई-रूपी वाउचर डिजिटल ट्रांजैक्शन को और प्रभावी बनाने में बहुत बड़ी भूमिका निभाने वाला है।
आरबीआई ने होलसेल के लिए लॉन्च किया डिजिटल रूपी का पायलट प्रोजेक्ट।
Digital currency or the electronic rupee. We all have come across this term multiple times this year, especially with its introduction in the budget of 2022 by our Finance Minister Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman. RBI recently launched its pilot project on 1st November 2022 of the digital currency. As we see, humanity has come a long way from its traditional barter system to this era of digital currency. Let us today understand how is this huge step towards setting up a revolutionary payment system. In this video, we are going to understand majorly four things. First, what do we exactly mean by digital currency? Second, how is it actually fitting into the traditional money system that is existing in India? Third, differences between traditional UPI payment methods like Paytm, PhonePe, and from cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And later we are going to discuss about its application and challenges which are there. Before understanding how digital currency works, let us understand how normal currency works. So for example, there is a person A who needs to buy vegetables worth 100 rupees from person B. So what A can do is just pull out a 100 rupee note and give it to person B. The transaction would be complete. Here, one main thing to notice is that B has to accept the money because it is a legal tender and can be used for any transaction. Now, the same thing happens for digital currency as well. It is just in digital form. So, two main things that digital currency serves as a purpose and function of money is, first, it acts as a medium of exchange and it acts as a store of value. The main point of digital currency is that it is in digital form and is issued by central bank. There would be majorly two types of digital currencies which would be issued by RBI. First would be wholesale currencies and second would be retail currencies. The wholesale currencies would be used between institutions like HDFC or PNB Bank to settle their transactions, and the retail digital currency would be for individuals like us for transactions between person to person. Now we would understand how is this digital currency different from UPI. Honestly, for us individuals, it is very similar to a UPI payment. However, for a banking perspective, it is very different. For example, you need to send a friend 100 rupees. So a person A simply logs in to his Paytm or any method that's there for UPI payment, uh, inserts or types his PIN that's there. So on front end, it shows that the amount has been debited from his account and credited to the person B's account. However, this is not how it happens. Actually, there is a much more complex process that goes in the backend. So what happens is that when a person named A enters his or her UPI PIN, the amount gets debited. And for example, he or she has HDFC account. So this HDFC account would pay to person B's, for example, ICICI account, and this settlement would happen between both of these banks. And the actual settlement of ICICI and the person B's account happens a lot later. This process is known as delta of transactions, or basically difference in transaction, where whatever amount the bank A owes to bank B or vice versa gets settled at periodic intervals. Now coming to how things happen in digital currency. For example, a person has a CBDC wallet and a person B has CBDC wallet. Here, if a person needs to send person B 100 rupees, he or she can directly send that money to his or her wallet and it would get settled at the moment. Now let us understand what is the difference between digital currencies and cryptocurrency. The first point of major difference is that cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum, these are based on public blockchain. Hence, they are unregulated and unmonitored. However, when it comes to digital currency, which is issued by central bank, it is based on private blockchain. Hence, it is more regulated. As in, people from RBI and the sanction authorities can monitor the changes which are happening in digital currencies. Now let us understand the applications of this digital currency. The first major application of digital currency is that RBI can now directly control the money supply. How is this possible? With a very simple reason that RBI now has a direct control over digital currency. It is much more regulated and thus can be used to channelize the flow of funds. Let us now understand what would be the implication of this e-rupee on us at an individual level. Please note that this e-rupee is not very different from your traditional UPI payments. So therefore, there is no very substantial benefit as such. However, there are few very major benefits when it comes to international payments. If you have a CBDC wallet, the person who is sending you money at an international level, now this settlement usually used to take a lot of time, but now this would be settled at a real time basis. Now, coming to institutions, how does this affect institutions? One of the major points is that whenever these institutions used to make a high amount transactions, for example, purchasing bonds and securities of very high amount from each other, this settlement used to take T plus 2 days. But now this would be settled at a real time basis. This would enable our economy to work more swiftly. Coming to the challenges associated with this e-rupee. Honestly, one of the major challenges is the financial literacy in India. People still view this concept of blockchain and e-rupee, digital rupee as very risky subjects. So there would be a lot of hesitation for an individual who already uses UPI like PhonePe or Paytm to shift to this whole different method of payment. This would be majorly because it is a human tendency to hesitate when something new introduces. So I think this would be one of the major problems that RBI would face in this aspect. Apart from that, there is another a major problem of financial inclusion. However, digital currency says that it would enable a lot of offline payments, but one of the major problem that remains with is the how the information would be portrayed and communicated to people who are from rural areas.
Thank you everyone for staying with us till the end of the video. For better understanding, we have attached some resources in the description. Please feel free to check them out.